Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Because we know there are ladies who normally join us on the show. It's for men only. This is a talk show that was established to provide a platform for men so that men can be able to deal with the issues that affect men in general. So we always complain that there are toxic masculinities out there, and that men they don't wear the positive men, where are the men who respect life, men who work hard, men who prepare their future, men who know that they have a role to play as priests, a role to play as providers, and the role to play as protectors, not only of the lives of women, but also their own lives and the lives of the next generation. So this platform, gentlemen, for men only, every Monday is 7:30. We discuss the matters that matter the most to men. But we do know that there are sisters and daughters who like to join us. Everyone is welcome, even though it's for men only, but everyone is welcome. Feel free to drop a comment in our comment section, either on YouTube or on Facebook. We will be very happy to hear what your thoughts. So tonight, once again, I'm not alone. I'm accompanied by my brother, Pastor Olefile Masangane from Heartlines, Father's Nature Project. Good evening, my brother.
Good evening, Mfundisi. Thank you so much for having me on my platform.
You're welcome, sir. We have covered the six movies that are part of anthology of Heartlines. Tonight we are focusing on the last one, the Manskap. That will be premiered on SAPC next month. Can you tell us a little bit about Manskap?
Well, Manskap follows a troubled young man, and it actually profiles the importance of having social fathers and people, men who steps into our lives right in the nick of time when there is no father or biological father we can count on. We have social fathers who comes into our lives and speak life into our lives, and they give us nuggets, and they input into our lives and gives us things that will carry us on in life, that will help us carry on in life. So that's what Manskap is all about. And a lot of young people are confronted by all sorts of influences, not just the media, but also community and all these things. They pose quite a significant amount of danger and risk in terms of children's development. So Manskap profiles that type of life, and a lot of us in townships will be able to relate to Manskap. I certainly relate to Manskap a lot. In that that's basically how we grew up. We grew up, because the father was not there. We looked up to people or men outside of the home, and by God's divine intervention, the right man stepped into our lives, like you will see in Manskap. The right kind of man steps into the life of this troubled youth, and he's able to provide counsel and provide some alternative way. And the beautiful thing about Manskap is that it profiles the religious sector as an important role player in providing that alternative. So we're grateful that we've got this film that will encourage us, and particularly church leaders here, youth leaders here, children's ministry workers here. Your role is very, very crucial. Even NGOs that are working in communities out there, your role is quite crucial in terms of providing an alternative parental experience for young people. So yeah, that's what Manskap is about, Mfundisi. We could go on and on about the importance of this kind of intervention.
Thank you so much, Muruti. As we have been doing for the past 6 weeks now, I believe, we will pick one movie out of the six, and then through the theme of that movie, we have a discussion about a specific topic that affects men in our society. But we don't discuss these movies in detail because we don't want to spoil the fun. So we want people to go and watch them. So Manskap will be premiered on SABC2 on Saturday, the 22nd of October at half past 8 p.m. As I've always been saying, organize your family, organize popcorn, coffee, drinks, whatever you can arrange. Sit around, have a movie, and watch the movie and have a discussion after the movie. Or alternatively, you can also arrange discussion in your local churches or community or maybe social clubs and use these movies as something that you can use to start a dialogue about the issues that are affecting men in our society. But also, if you go to heartlines.org.za, there's a host of resources that you can use to start a dialogue in your church, a dialogue in your community, or even a Bible study. So feel free to use those dialogues, my sister and my brother, wherever you are, so that we can build better men in our society. Now, tonight, Muruti, I would like us to focus on the issue of the role models, as we have touched on through the lenses of Manskap. The role, a lot of young people out there, they are growing up without positive role models. And unfortunately, as we were preparing for this talk show, we learned that there is research that has been conducted, which is very scary because this research has shown that among the various population groups in South Africa, only 31.7% of black children are raised with their biological fathers at home. This is compared to 51.3% for colored children, 86.1% for Indian or Asian children, and 80.2% of white children. These are statistics from StatsSA that they were cited by News 24 in February last year. This is scary, Morocco. That's a huge group of people who are growing without fathers in their lives.
Yeah, so you can see we are dealing with quite a challenge there. We have work in our hands, and you can't, you have to appreciate the history and appreciate where it all started. It all started with the well thought out apartheid plan. Though that system was well orchestrated, and the one thing that it did is actually it dismantled family. um, Fathers were had to come and work in mines and leaving mothers behind and so on. So that's one appreciation that we've got to go back and look at. And then remember that when the HIV pandemic or epidemic was on the rise, there were projections about child-headed households. And I remember Children on the Brink was a document that REPSI put together, which is Zimbabwean consortium or a network of experts working in the HIV and AIDS field. They were looking at orphans and vulnerable children, and they projected that there will be, quite a vast number of families that are child-headed households. So we're sitting with that now, and I was actually looking at the news and I heard them alluding to orphans as a result of COVID. So now you've got apartheid, you had epidemics, and you've got wars that takes place internally and so on. People are being displaced, and then you've got COVID. All of those things, they tend to add to fuel to the fire. And then your 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 regular abandonment by fathers, men who just don't take responsibility. They literally deny the baby, and the mothers are left to raise those children alone. Then you have the complexities of relationships as well, like we've actually alluded to in the past conversations around even gatekeeping, where fathers are not allowed into the home to come and see the child. So you can see it's very complicated. As we say in our campaign, fatherhood it's complicated.
It's very sad, Murit. It's very sad. It's disturbing that we have a huge number of children. I mean, if you say about 86.1%, man, that's a lot, man. That's a lot. To have people growing, I mean, without fathers, and it's a challenge. It's a challenge, Mauricio. I have to be honest with you because it means now we have a huge group of a generation of people who growing up not knowing what is, you know, not being properly prepared to be men, not being properly prepared how to be a caring man, how to love, how to receive love, and how to protect, and how to provide, how to relate to other people. What are the impacts of this situation? Where young boys are growing up without male figures of fathers in their lives.
Sure. I mean, I don't want. If we can state the obvious. The impact is what I heard about. And I don't know if I shared it on this platform, concerning the Petermannsburg Game Reserve, and the elephants. When those elephants were brought into the game reserve, they didn't bring a bull with those elephants. They brought female elephants and the young ones, and these young ones were just running around berserk, and they were attacking tourist vehicles. And the minute they brought the bull, these young ones began to behave. And I think we have some serious behavioral problems. We will have, the risk of alcohol and drug abuse. We will have the risk of mental health disorders. We will have a risk of poor educational and economic outcomes. And the list goes on and on about all the risks that are imminent, or that could uh, uh, start emerging, or we start seeing among young people who grow up without the active, positive, present father in their lives. So the risks are there, and research has shown that these things are bound to happen if we don't intervene. If one does not get the necessary intervention that will help them to be able to survive these risks. So, that's in a nutshell what I would submit, and it's also based on research. Um, but I think in terms of the other solutions that we can actually look at here, there's a lot of opportunity in the Chinese writing of crisis is danger or opportunity. And I think we have, yes, there are dangers, but there is an opportunity in the midst of all this. There is an opportunity. And I think as Africans, we can now go back, like in the Ghanaian feeling, it's called Sankofa. We can go back and fetch the wisdom from the past and bring it to the present so that we can, pave our way forward. And one of those concepts is the African adage or the proverb that says it takes a village to raise a child. So social fathers can step in, Mapundisi can step in, coaches, sports coaches can step in. But when they step in, we are saying step in and play an active, present role. Don't perpetuate violence and mistreatment of our children. We're looking for not people who are sick, because some people are sick. They need help. But we're looking for healthy men. We're looking for those who will be positive. We're looking for those who will be active in the lives of our children. You will never know the seed you're planting. You will never know just how effective it will be. But, I can vouch for the involvement of these other men in our lives, because if had it not been for them, some of us would not be standing.
Yeah. No, Melody, you're absolutely right. And once again, we encourage everyone to watch the movie Manskap. Manskap is going to be premiered on SAPC 2 on the 22nd of October at half past 8 p.m. All these movies are premiered on Saturdays. Please tune in and watch and learn and grow so that we all become better. As we say here, we are building each other. We are here to build each other. We are here to learn from one another so that we can grow. So, Mire, to continue with the topic of the role messages in the lives of young boys. When I grew up in a township. There used to be these people who were nasty. They would say things like, "Hey, abada bashana, la ba 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 ba, zo ba ba ba."
Yeah,
And the second that I knew my father, although someone who was raised by my grandparents, it used to, it used to get to me. That's why, I used to hate it when people would say, this, "Hey, I want to share." So whenever there were people who were robbing people in the township, people were getting into drugs, doing all that, breaking into people's homes, and people say, "Abana Bashana," these nephews who don't know their fathers, and I'll be like, and I'm also a nephew in my family, but I'm not, I don't break into people's homes, I'm not that nasty, I don't do these wrong things. So for a young boy out there who is growing up without a father figure in his life, and who might be feeling like, you know, I'm, 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 I'm in this situation, because one of the things that we need to understand is that there is also some inferiority complex that comes with growing without a father figure in your life. There is also frustrations. I've heard some people talking about how the teenage boys in their lives, how they are misbehaving. They are rude, they've got anger issues, they got discipline issues, they don't follow the standard procedure in the families, like to do things the right way, the right time. They don't do all those things. So, Moruto, what can you say about this? About all these young boys who are growing up without fathers, how can they deal with their situations in their lives? How can they? Is it all doom and gloom for them? Besides the fact that you and I, we are here, we were raised without the presence of our fathers in our lives, and we turned out okay. If I may say so, that it was through
yeah,
God's grace and also because of those other men who came in, who stepped into our lives and played a role. What can you say? Because I can imagine there are some young boys out there who feel that, okay, it means now my life is doomed. I'm not going to make it in life. I'm not going to amount to anything because I don't have a father figure in my life.
yeah. I think for a young man or a young boy living without a father, it can be discouraging. However, you have got to dig deep into your heart of hearts and connect with that desire for you to be much better than where you are right now. And that's what I can say based on my experience. And growing up, I desired someone, I desired a man, uh, you know, to step into my life and to input into my life. So I connected with various people. I connected with my drama tutor, my sensei coach. Although some of them I admired them from a distance, it was enough. It was like a man's when you quench a thirst. It was like water that quenched my thirst in my journey in my long journey of life, you know. And along the road, I met others as I grew older who modeled what it looks like to be a faithful husband and an active father. And I looked up to those, and I was like, some of them I admired from a distance, some of them were much closer. So these people are there. You just have to seek them. You know, the challenge with the world we're living in right now, people may, you know, I guess again goes out, it comes down to focus. What you focus on is what you see. So if I'm focusing on the negative, negative is what I will see, right? But if I seek out the positive, I will start seeing it. I will start seeing it. It's about training the eye to actually um, look and seek the positive men in our lives. And if we open our eyes and look for them, we'll start seeing them. And the more we see them, the more they multiply in front of our eyes. It's about managing this organ here called eye.
Thank you so much, Muruti, for sharing that wisdom. So what we are saying is that there is not all doom and gloom. We are saying that it is important that all male children they should have a male figure in their lives who can play a role model, a positive role model, and it doesn't have to be a biological father if there are
Yeah,
circumstances that make it impossible for your biological father to be there. However, if there are pastors in the local church, church leaders, lay leaders in the local church, uncles in our families, parents, in our families that can assist us with this thing. So we encourage that we all do that. So it's going to be important that we also, who happen to be, grow up and become okay, to make it our responsibility to
yeah,
help the other young boys out there because as you said, Moruti, it takes a village to raise a child. It's going to be important that we all come together. Maybe God is also saying to us, maybe this time for this season, it's no longer really about nuclear families of father and mother. That one is there as a prototype to show us what it's supposed to be like, and we need to promote more of those. But
yeah,
however, given the circumstances in front of us, let us try and help as many people as possible and make the
absolutely.
best of the situation
Mm.
that we have. So to all young boys out there, as we conclude tonight, who are growing up without fathers. Number one, please watch the movie, The Manskap.
Amen.
It's going to be shown in Genesis PC2 on the 22nd of October at half past 8 p.m. But also, we are saying to everybody out there, don't lose hope, don't give up on yourself, don't get
Yes.
into drugs, don't get into crime,
Mm.
don't misbehave. If you are not sure what's going on and how you should approach life, go and seek counseling from your pastor. Make an appointment. Speak with maybe you have a teacher in school that you see as a role model. Speak to that teacher. Make an appointment and ask them to guide you. When I grew up, my brother, I also had these favorite teachers in school. Even now, the way I dress today, I learned it from them. That's how they used to dress. They used to take care of themselves. They were always proper and come to know these were teachers who were progressive in life and they were my role models. So I
Yeah.
encourage everyone out there to do the same. Don't give up on yourself and
Mm.
above all, please don't get into drugs. Don't take drugs will delay you, will take away, will take drugs are stealing from your future. You are supposed to be
Mm.
making money you make enough money to survive, to support yourself and your future family. You need to go and exercise, be fit. Men must be fit. You shouldn't be a man walking around who's not unhealthy. Men must be healthy and fit. You must be spiritually and mentally fit. You must be able to calm down in all situations, think properly, think progressively. As a
Mm.
man, you must be able to think from a point of wisdom all the time, not think from a compromised thinking, and minimize your time on social media. Young
Yes.
boys out there, minimize your time on social media. prepare your mind by going to church, so that with the mind must be exercised so that it's fit. Exercise the body, physical exercise, be healthy and fit, and also study hard and make money. Yes, study hard and make money. Because that's what men must do, so that you can be able to provide for yourself and provide for your family. Your parting short already.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mfundisi, for having us on this beautiful platform. I can only wish you all the best with all the work you're doing with Umalusi. I think these conversations are very, very crucial. So, besides the films that are being shown on SABC, there will be we continue to engage in workshops with men and main structures, and we continue to look other opportunities for engagement, because there is an appetite for more dialogue and conversation. So we look forward to serving wherever we can, in partnership with other stakeholders. So we look forward to continuing to be of service to South Africa as Heartlines. So please, let's continue the conversation around fatherhood. It's not about patriarchy or perpetuating or
Yes.
promoting patriarchy, but it's really about alleviating the pressure on women, because women,
Mm.
they deal with a lot. I saw an advert of another brand that actually profiles that the burden that women are carrying in raising children, keeping the house, our homes, in order. So we want to encourage men to step in, so that we can alleviate the pressure of women. When we step in, it makes things much better. It makes it more um, and so it's really about that, but it's also about this uh, what do you call it? Really debunking the myths that my role is really just to be this macho man, and I can't show my weaknesses and so on. It's okay for us to show our weaknesses, and nothing wrong with that. My children must see me struggle. They must actually see me deal with these struggles and rise up, you know. And let us also be authentic and sincere in being human, because they will be confronted by these challenges when they are older, and they will not know how to deal with them, because we didn't model how to deal with some of
Yeah.
the
Exactly.
complex issues in their lives. So thank you so much, Mfundisi,
Yeah.
for allowing us to come and be a part of this. I hope it's not the last time.
So you hope.
I hope it's not the last time.
So, no, 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 definitely, definitely not. Starting from next month, because as you said, we need to build men who are who know how to build the resources for themselves, mainly money. Number young men, they must go to school, study hard, make money. Number two, we are building men who must be physically fit. Men must exercise and be fit. Three, men must be mentally and then spiritually fit as well. So next month, during the month of October, we'll be focusing on men's mental health. Since it's a mental health month, so definitely, my brother, we will be inviting you again to come and share with us how we as men can really take care of our mental health, and so that we don't not every moment somebody says something nasty to you, then you burst out in anger, and you vent your anger in unconstructive manner. So we'll be discussing all those issues next month. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, my brother Pastor Olefile Masangane will be joining us again next month. Thank you so much, my brother, to you and Heartlines. Dr. Gareth there, please pass my greetings to everyone at Heartlines. We are looking forward to more discussions next month, and all the best with your movies on SAPC2. We pray that everything goes well. God is good all the time, and all the time.
Amen.
God is good. Goodbye, my
Amen.
brother.
Bless
All
you.
right. Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our show tonight. And thank you so much for tuning in. And we hope that we will continue again next week next Monday at 7:30 p.m. For men only show. As you said, It's for men only show, but everyone is welcome to join in. And please post your comments on the YouTube comment section or Facebook comment section. Let us know what you think. And if there's any topic that you'd like us to also discuss and cover, please let us know. We will definitely feature that topic. But tonight we were looking at the role model, positive role models for young boys, especially given the fact that we have reached a crisis proportion in this country where the majority of boys are growing up without father figures in their lives, and that cannot be an excuse for not helping these young boys to grow up to be responsible, strong, and progressive men. We need strong, progressive, and responsible men in our society. God knows we need more men bring a positive masculinity. So let us build each other and let us pray together. God bless you. Until next time, my name is Reverend Tilani Gazi. I'm your talk show host for Men Only Show every Monday at 7 p.m. Yes, God is good all the time. And all the time, God is good. Amen.